Hello, 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 hello indeed. One does wonder what we might truly be doing. And when one thinks on this, one finds that there is a lot more to life. I have no clue what I'm talking about, but this does not matter, because we are going to play a game. As a small streamer at the time of this stream, I will not be spending an absolutely ludicrous amount waiting for the arrival of people. This simply takes too much time. So, I am going to immediately send it over. Because if I put this, and then I can come over here, and then I can transition and give it sound. And there we go. Just like that, we have game. And my mouse is visible. I don't know if that's a bad thing necessarily. We'll have to see. It's very possible that absolutely no one will see. But for the duration of this, I'm going to play with the mouse, because I don't know how to make the mouse invisible anyway. I also have no clue what I'm doing. So hooray! Extractor. Okay, so it's not going to be like a click and drag thing. Okay. Okay, remarkably simple so far. Not an idle game. Build more to get the fish faster. Shift to place multiple. Use R to rotate them. Lovely. Oh, wait, hang on. How do I delete things? I have already made an immediate mistake. Ah. Okay. Okay, so it seems I cannot turn. Which I suppose is fair. Whoa. Much shape. There's a great deal of different shapes here. I'm beginning to be concerned about what exactly I'm doing. We'll see, though. We'll see indeed. Completion. I should have read what that screen said. That would have been mildly important. Okay. So I guess we're just throwing away anything that isn't immediately useful. Which is lovely. We don't need to actually do anything when we can throw everything we don't need away. Because yay! I don't have more circles yet. Why is it asking me to make more? I'm assuming I can't... Can I build outside of this area? Is there more circle? No, there's just the one. Does this increase its quantity of circle as it continues? I do not know, but I will have to see. Either way, there's a counter here in case we can't see that. We can keep a track. Lovely. No reward, but the next one will... You need all the shapes. All shapes you produce can be used to unlock upgrades. Don't destroy your old factories. The upgrades tab can be found on the right tab of the corner. But I destroy constantly to ensure the efficiency. Of course, I don't know how useful that's going to be because I, in fact, have no clue. I need squares now. If I place more than one extractor on the same... Wait, hang on. If I place this here... Hang on. I've discovered something. I feel very foolish. Yes. Yes. Okay, hang on. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. I'll just turn it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Just give me a moment. Okay. Yes, there. Okay. Well, you see, great. It's late. And I didn't really know if I was going to yet myself. I'll be completely honest. Okay, hang on. We don't want that one there because it's inconveniencing me specifically. Because we need space to go up. And then this one needs space to go up. And this one and this one. Because I need you to go up there, and then 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 I need you to go up there, and I need you to go up there, and I need you to go up there, and then I need to delete all of these conveyors because I am a fool. Yes, there. And then I just stick to the top this time because that's smarter. We can learn. We just do it very, very, very slowly. This does not matter. Because I'm a persevering little man, and nothing shall stop me. I have been stopped. This is a terrible idea. Hang on. Let me get another one, and put it here instead. Must keep in things in better organization. No. Cooperate. No. What is... This is progress. I think. Now, how on earth do I do this one? Okay, we just squish them all into the ceiling and forget they exist. This is our plan. Because forgetting the existence of things is much easier than actually caring about how they function. Now, how do I do this one? This one will have to be more complicated, unfortunately. How do what Oh, I've set... Oh, no, my calculator. My intelligent brain is just absolutely awful, and I have made this conveyor backwards. Because I am a fool. Okay. Well. To be completely honest, the change in voice, although not my typical voice, using a specific voice makes it slightly easier for me personally to ensure that my volume stays lower. Okay, I have got balancers. Has been unlocked. It can be used to build bigger factories by splitting and merging items onto multiple belts. Wow. Next level. Okay. We must now experiment with how to be, because I am not efficiently existing, and I did not actually read what I just read. And so I have no clue what I just got or what it does. Hooray. Clips, I honestly... There's a button. I have a button. I don't know if you have a button, though. You'll have to figure it out, I suppose. Now, what if I do this, and then just this? Okay, this now pumps them into the same place, which makes this easier. And then I can deliver them all. Keep the mouse steady. There is no need to rush, you know what you are doing. Except it would seem I am a fool, for this balancer thing does not quite work out the way I wanted it to. This is okay, because I will change it later anyways. Later as in, like, right now. Give me a moment. If I just delete all of this. Because I am an intelligent man, he claimed, whilst ruining his future. Okay. Yes. Actually, hold on, I must do this again, because I am still a fool, and I still have absolutely no clue what it is specifically that I am doing. We've decided, since we can input objects directly in to the machine anyways, who on earth cares if it's not specifically what it's asking for? It doesn't seem to care if we give it garbage, so we're going to be giving it all of the garbage. There we go. This should make things remarkably simpler. Ah! Okay, I'm going to have to relearn how to keep tabs on chat because I've already fallen behind. Okay, rotate. I can change shapes. This game has a lot of keybinding, which makes it easier to build big factories. So I can use Control to select an area, Shift to place multiple things, and Alt to change orientation of placed belts. Lovely. Yes. The hub has gotten bigger. Why? Does this mean I cannot build out here? Oh, no, it does. It's so that, okay. The highlighted area is just area I've happened to build things on. I can build things wherever I want. This is glorious. This means I don't have to care about how anything works. Okay, where was the last thing I looked at? Yes. It has been a while. When was the last? I don't remember. What if I actually check? You know, while I'm checking, I should at least have these circles set up to be the correct thing. I have a plan. I am going to reorganize these, and I'm going to balance them. I don't know what I'm doing. This is normal for me, as cluelessness is often my pastime. I should actually give myself more space, because that would be intelligent. And despite all appearances, intelligence is actually the plan. I should be doing that as well, because that would actually be intelligent. And as we know, intelligence is the plan. Okay, this one's dejected, and we hate him. So we put this one here. This will allow us, hopefully, to get more in. This one and this one, we do not care about these because they are useless. Just like all of this. For now, I do not know. We shall select all of this, because that is all currently useless as well. All we need is these half-circle thingies. Because the half-circle thingies is life, liberty, and justice for the time being. Could wait until the thing is done. Yes. I do not actually know what I am currently doing, but I am making an attempt anyways. Because I am stubborn and a fool. Okay. So if I send this here and this here, then I can send this in a weird curvy bit, this in a different weird curvy bit, this in a no, shush. I need to finish building it so that I can not need it. This in a different curvy bit, and then this in the final curvy bit. And now I have to delete all of this because I no longer need this factory. If I zoom out, will I still have... Okay, so it still leaves these squares, which is fine, I suppose. These things, I think, are coloring. I believe I can color. Oh boy, who wants to color? I must slice. And then I must slice again. There. It did nothing. I forgot I am a fool. And I must, as such, rotate them. Yes, that is now the correct direction. This, however, needs to change all the way around. I must now create yet another stupid little wiggly thing. Because this is the life I am now living. Now the ones on this side are correct. However, they are not the only ones we are going to need. Because we will in fact need more than that. I do not need these because these are already facing the correct direction. They all now face the same direction. This is perfect. This means we no longer need to care. This can come directly over here. This can come over here. This can come over here. And finally, this can come all the way over here. Don't mind it progressively getting further and further to the side. This is unimportant and useless. We do not need these additional things. We can, in fact, put all of them through the same tunnel because it takes absolute ages for these things to cut absolutely anything. However, delete this, we can actually put yet another one. We take this and we copy. Oh, I cannot copy yet because I am still a nerd and as such cannot accomplish anything. This is okay. What was I remember what I was going to do. I do not remember specifically when the last day I was streaming was, but if I go over to my thing, I know that the last stream that I remembered to save and put the VOD onto YouTube for was 8 months ago, and in that I was talking about how it had been a long time since I had last streamed. It had only been a month the last time, and that was a while. It has now been 8, and I'm not even worried about it having been a long time. I just wanted to play a game. So here I am. I also wanted to make a small announcement because there is in fact some small thing that I wanted to do. You see, come the 18th of this month, if I remember the date correctly, is the release of Minecraft Legends. I have pre-ordered this game and intend to play this game. However, in the event that this game is played, it will be the 18th, and I will be playing it, but I don't know if anybody cares that I'm playing it. And I was curious if there was any interest in me playing that game. The painter has now been unlocked. Huzzah! Combine it with a shape. Oh yay, now I have to make red circles. This will be much easier than all of the weird cutting we had to do before. Because now, all we have to do is demonstrate apt depression. This is not what is this? What does this shape do? I do not know what this shape actually does. Okay. This is going to be more annoying than I thought. The painters take up the most space. So, we are going to demonstrate finesse and technique. You know what's actually interesting is I figured there's this thing that happens that's new that allows me to highlight things in... This is not going to work. What does this do? It's a tunnel! I didn't see that because that's where I have chat. I have chat up there. But because Soldier is a moderator, anything she says gets highlighted, so I'm more likely to see, which is lovely. Okay. With the new technology, I should be capable of creating the thing I was trying to make. I just have to set them all off by one. And that should work. I think. I could be an absolute fool. I have no idea. Here. Oh, it has a maximum limit. This is very annoying, because this completely limits my entire plan. I'll just have to do it this way then. Dang it. Oh well. Okay. Yes, this should work. Okay. So, if this color comes over here, and this color comes over here, and then this color comes over here, and then We don't want it to be there, because that's a stupid place for it to be. That's where we'll put it, because that's easier for me. So this shall go over here, this shall go over here, this shall go over here. This can no longer get anywhere. Dang it. This shall get over here, this shall get over here. How do I do the middle? This will need to go here. This can go here. This can no longer reach where I need it to be, because that is not enough. It does not work. Instead, we will have to go this way. This will simply have to be in another location. It will spend a great deal of time being an absolute waste of time and wasting me all of my money. This is because it is stupid and we hate him. Somehow I'm still unable to do what I wanted to do. As it is still my fault, I still do not care. Okay. We now go no. We go you, conveyor, in, and then there, before we go like that. Behold, colors. Now that we have the spaghetti mess, we get to try and figure out what exactly we're doing to do it better, because this is awful and I need it, and this shouldn't take this long. Why do the machines take absolutely forever to do absolutely anything? What is this? Oh boy, look at that. We're making things. We've already made a butt ton of shapes. This is good, because this means that we have no future being a productive human being. Oh, we can actually intentionally do things. We need half circles. Oh, we can increase the speed of things by gathering specific shapes. I'm going to do the bottom half circles. That's what we're going to do. Which means we need another plant within which to slice and dice everything. Because everything is in fact absolutely awful. Okay. Turns out space sends me straight home. This is because space is the grounding button. Okay, we are now actively working on something. CCW rotating. I'm going to assume this allows me to choose to rotate it the other direction, because that would make sense. and it should make sense. I also, ideally, would like to spend some period of time streaming tomorrow, but I don't quite know what I intend to stream tomorrow. We also need just more squares in general, so that's what we're going to do. And we are going to do this by absolutely overloading the stinking system. This is because communism is in fact an existent possibility. And why have a simple amount of anything when you can have absolute ludicrous amounts of nothing else? So far nothing is getting backed up here, which means that I'm going to assume nothing is going wrong. This is of course a terrible assumption to make in a game that relies on you being efficient and or intelligent with absolutely anything. However, today we do simply just don't care. Behold, shape. Huzzah. We have done colors successfully. You have unlocked a variant of the rotator. It allows you to rotate things counterclockwise. Select the rotator and press T. This means we can get rid of these other stupid shapes. And we can press T. I forgot to press shift again. Okay, all of my circles are facing the wrong bloody way. We have reached square limits. We now no longer need any squares unless we make them blue. If we get blue, then it wants us to do that next actually. Doesn't want as much, but it still wants these. So we're going to just clear some things up. There's actually a square over here. This is good. This is very, very good. What I should do is I should start making my factories further away and then slowly bringing them in, because this would be intelligent. I'm going to leave that alone, but all of this, I'm going to clear up traffic here, at least. I'm also going to sort out a few things. Okay. Here, and then we have here, 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 and here. No, this is the wrong I need this to go here, so that this can go in here. Why is it that this seems to be doing a better job than this is? This is okay, because we have a plan. We will simply be absolutely foolish and waste even more resources. It occurs to me I probably no longer... Yes, I need more of these. It is okay, we will get more. It also wants pink circles. Well, this should work on getting us the half circles. I'm going to go up here and get the blue rectangles. But how to do it? Well, first, we must extract all of the blue dye that this place has to offer, because we are absolute terrible people, and we hate the economy. I honestly have absolutely no clue what I am doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Paint. If I set the paint up like this, will that work? Yes. Yes, it will. For I have willed it so. Okay. Okay. It is facing a weird direction, but we can still get it in. That is the important bit, because that is all we care about. Now, all we must think is, of course, slicing it. We need it to be sliced onto the other side. Now we must think about how exactly we are going to do this. Pop, pop, and pop. There we go. Okay. So, we now need to rotate these ones, but not these ones. This means we need to turn them twice. Yes. Doesn't matter which direction, it's twice. I don't know why I was thinking about it, but I was. Because I am a fool. Now, that is not where I want to be. I still need to be up here. Boy, okay. These will feed it directly in. So if I take this and I put it over here, And every time it gets cut, it'll go through, get rotated, and be sent in here. It will then get in here, and then it will reach this side, and it will become blue. However, this does seem to be taking quite a while, and we are going to choose to take it as far as we can possibly go. Which means we're going to need a second one of these on the bottom to fuel the bottom half. However, I would like to get my affairs in order, and as such, I am going to try and figure out how specifically it is that I plan to take over the world. It occurs to me now that I actually had a fourth one planned. I am choosing to get rid of this plan because I am lazy. I should take a bunch of these spare ones and pump it into this line. Now that that line is full, we can now completely remove the other option. They're all packed full, and now this simply has to get over here. This is, however, remarkably simple, because we don't need to care. All of our blue will now make our way over here. And we can, while this half is working, set up the other half. This will come out and come and join this one down here. We'll come over here shortly before joining back up with the rest of the people. Yes. Now to build the other square factory. We need scissors. Remember, kids, don't run with scissors. Unless you really, really hate the person you're chasing after. Now, in theory, once we set these up, we should have the entire other half working perfectly. They seem to all be coming out the exact wrong side, which makes them completely useless. We need them turned the other direction. They are still facing the wrong direction. The question, of course, is that I am putting them on the wrong side of the conveyor. While this is a very simple fix, this will take a moment. I must now figure out how exactly to clear it all from the system. Luckily, I have a at least minor modicum of intelligence, and believe I know the exact fix we will simply be a child and throw away absolutely everything that does not do exactly what we want it to do. Of course, now we do need to wait for all of those things, hopefully. By clearing it, we are capable of restoring at least a minor sense of control. Hopefully by now, all of the things that face the wrong direction have cleared the system. I don't know why that is facing the wrong way. It occurs to me that I could split these into more painters because this is clearly too much cube. However, I don't care. Okay, these circles. We can do the circles, or we could just go find a mine and just get absolute tons of these. We just need a spiky one. This guy. He seems to be close. This one might technically be closer. I'm going to take this one. Yes. They're slow. Okay. We shall fill this quota with speed. We can tell which things we want to actually have. We have a great deal of these things. I think it is prudent to now switch them to slice even more. However, I need all of them to be up the other way. So I slice them this way, and then I rotate them the opposite direction. And then I simply must slice them again. I put it here, 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 here. 5, 6. Yes, this one faces the right way. This one must be turned. can now blend colors. Congratulations. I am still working. Give me but a moment. Yes. We must simply rotate them all to face down. And then we must blend them together. We're creating a real spaghetti mess for ourselves here. But this does not matter, because we have no goals anymore. We have completely and foolishly devoted ourselves to this foolish project. That will make us basically no money, and will do almost nothing for the progression of the game. But I made it, and so I am going to continue with it, because I don't have the patience to do this accurately, when we could instead do it in a terrible, painful way that makes absolutely no sense. Because after all, it asked for quarter circles in the upper right corner, so I shall make absolute loads of them. All the while still making bottom half circles that we definitely don't need anymore. We also still need these, which is good. And we're still making these, which is good. Very slowly, but we are making them. Let's make the pink circles. This shouldn't be too hard. We just need red. And is it going to be green? I don't know. Let us find out. That's yellow. Perhaps blue then. Yes. We're going to be needing red and blue, as well as circles. Luckily, we have all three things right here. We will be needing unnecessary amounts of these, as well as these. We will then be taking these things, and hopefully not making an absolute fool of ourselves in the process. If we take this and we drop it up to here. No. Let us simply connect the blues into their locations. Yes. This gives us a way out. For now. No one ever had said it had to make sense. Tunnel up, tunnel over, conveyor, tunnel across, conveyor. This is totally necessary. There is no possible easier way to do this, and I refuse to accept anything else. Now we just need 3 painters. Luckily, painters are remarkably easier to use, and for some reason, much, much cheaper to pay for. Then we take the blender, put one here, and one here, and one here. Now we have all of our circles, we just need to get it down into this cube somehow. Luckily, this is still remarkably simple, because we have no future, and we still absolutely suck at making things make sense. However, for the sake of production, sense does not matter. It just has to be cheap. Now we have pink. Aha! Extra quarters make sense. We now need a butt ton of just plain old squares. Luckily for us, this is remarkably simple. We just take one of these. And one of these. We take this, this. And then we flood it with squares. And now we know we are making plain squares at a speed. Squares are quick. We still need the cut squares, which we have stopped making at some point. This is okay. We should work on this at some point. It would be good idea to do. Every time I look over a chat, I have absolutely zero clue of what's actually happening. I'm just going to make this square. We're so close anyway. Whoa. This is a boy. I need you. they get cut in half, they then have this thing on the right side, and we need to simply rotate the other twice. And then we take it and we merge them. We could merge them again, but would that be... I think that's overkill, actually, at that point. And we now once again face the dilemma of how on earth we get it into this machine. Simple. We'll simply push these back by one, which will give us the power to slice holes in it. I hope. Ba 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 ba. Wah! Now we don't have to care where it goes. I always draw these backwards. And now we watch it work. Yes, it's brilliant. Behold all of my lovely right-hand half squares. It's truly incredible. Yes. Yippee indeed. I need to work on this. This is a mess. The merger variant of the balancer. Except Stuart puts and merges them into one belt. This is the better thing. These things are bigger and not necessarily necessary. Here's what I think. We can upgrade that now because we have what we need. This is increasing, albeit very slowly. This is increasing much faster. And this, we still haven't done this at all. These will leave be. Here's what I think. I think we should just take the entire thing and rebuild my entire factory. Okay. This bottom side, this is going to be plane shapes. Which means that it's not going to be anything more than the absolute minimum variant of balancer. We press T, and there we go. to be a lot more circles than we actually need. That's simply circles. Not that we'll probably need just circles again in the future, but now we have circles. We'll do something similar over here. Only this one will operate slightly differently. That's squares. Ideally, we get it from somewhere down this way. Shapes seem to get slightly more complicated when you look at how they're put together out here. It's very odd. We just need plain one of these is enough. Put it up here. And this gets to be here. This gets to be here. Absolute, complete and utter overkill. However, so long as I retain my original ideas, it does not matter. For we have the power necessary to do a great deal more than we ever absolutely need to. This spot right here. This conveyor belt is longer than it needs to be, and I don't care. Because overkill is fun. Where's the front of it? There it is. Oh, it's moving faster than I actually thought it would go. If we make the belts faster, that's good. We just need a bunch of magenta circles. Okay. Let's put color on the top, because it's convenient for me currently in this specific moment. Technically, I already did this. I have not been watching an absolute ton of Harry Potter. No, not technically. However, the boy who lived, come to die. Avada-kedavra. Now, how specifically are we going to do this? I think we do this. And then we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this. Because we totally need this much color in one place. Don't even bother suggesting anything else, because it's a futile venture that will get you absolutely nowhere. Hold on. I need to do this better. these at the ends. And then yes. Yes. Now I just need to get the other thing. But how? I need the side bit. You know, I give up. I give up on these foolish endeavors. It gets me nowhere, I say. Nowhere. There, we have the red overproducing exactly how I like it. Now, we could do 3, 4, and then technically, if we make it look less nice, we can get more out of it. Barely. Not that we actually need more, but I'm going to get it anyway. This is going to come over here. Which shall then be tested here and here. Perfect. Slightly offset, but that's okay. We can fix that, just like so. And now, we do absolutely terrible things. But first, we actually do something intelligent. I don't know if I can actually fit all of the paint in this manner, but who cares? We now have the need for 4 of these. We mix this into there. How do we split? Because this can get blue into there, but we need to get this blue into this blue, and this is all unnecessarily complicated. But why? Why must it be so? See, we can take things like that, and that's just fine. You see, you know, these don't really need to mix at all. These can simply just... Well, actually, these two need to swap places. How do I get that to happen? First, I shall do this, this, and this. For that is all we truly need in life. But now for the rest of it. So this can come out to here. This will come out to here and go to here. This one will come out to here and go to here. Because this one is blue. and goes to here. This one is blue and goes to here. So come out here, and then it can go in there. This one needs to get into there, actually. Which means unnecessary spaghetti mess for yet another tunnel, so that this can go down here. This comes up here, and then this will end up going this way. Wait, no. This is an output. No, this should actually just be going there. Which means we have a red in here, we have red in here, and a red in here. We just need a red in here. I have a plan, and it's ridiculously overcomplicated, which makes it perfect. If we simply take the red up here, over here, and then in here. Now, in theory, if we stretch these out, we should have absolutely zero problem. They're all making pink. Glorious. Now we just have to get these shapes into them. We're not even making a shape we actively need. It's not even prioritizing this. And yet that's exactly what we're doing. We need painting machines. And a great deal of them too. We are going to settle for 4 in this current arrangement. Because that's all we really need. Yes. I don't know if making the colors depressed would work. If anything, I think that would desaturate their vibrancy. Although brighter colors are more expensive. Reducing the price of the color could increase the profits. Might just be something to consider anyways. We'll have to see. I don't know if I would ever truly call concern entirely necessary, but it is a strong option. Oh wait, that's going to be an issue. We shall dig a hole in this one, because it makes my life easier. And then we take the mergers, and we're going to take them and we're going to tell them that they have no future. Because, while cruel, this is entirely true. Excuse me, that is not what I told you to do. Yes, perfect. shall create a wonderful shape of pure productivity. Is there another plane shape? So you have spheres, boxes, and these weird triangle thingies. It does not appear as though we have a whole ton of other options. Although these three combinations do make quite the arrangement, I don't see us needing a third slot for just shapes. As far as just shapes go, we have a very, very plentiful quantity of all of them. We ought to get stacked shapes of these ones. This is what I shall do. I shall find this where it is moving remarkably slowly. We know that we have an overproduction. That means essentially that we can split all of them with no major cost. We leave a splitter on that one for the time being. Now this one, we just need to send this boy up here to this place. Because we have a bunch of this dye here. And we can simply steal it from ourselves. Because what else do you do with ludicrous amounts of a material other than steal it from yourself? Stealing is so much fun. And then we can take this and we can go. And however, we must find a bit. What is the bit that we need? It is the painter, of course, because we're about to go and paint more shapes. Going to give ourselves slightly more space to work with this time. However, it is still completely unnecessary. Oh boy, I've forgotten. I actually need something there. This needs to be able to come out here. Do not know why it has done such a thing. It is awful and cruel. Our belts are much faster than they're supposed to be. We'll have to unlock stacking to do this. However, that is not exactly my primary concern. Because you see, I am a fool and I have stupid situations like this constantly plaguing my active every day. This should work out perfectly. After all, we only need to pretend to be rich. Now we just need to get our shapes here. Now, where is it? Here it is. Up we go. way up here. Got cheese and cookies. Yes, they shall all go in here, and then they shall all come out beautiful shapes right into here. Because we have stolen the pink dye. Now why is it that this dye seems to be having the most overflow? We know there's overflow here, and we know that dye still gets into here, but it does seem as though the circles have suddenly started to produce less of themselves. I was supposed to be making blue ones. This is okay, we will eventually need the pink ones. Maybe. Well, this is still a remarkably simple fix, I assure you. We just come over here. We grab this. We come over here. We take this. We need to find a midpoint between the two. And then we may simply take this blue over here, and this blue over here, and this blue right over here. And now that we are slightly more aware, we can take this blue over here, where it can now go in here. Seafoam. Okay. We need seafoam. This will give us these, and then we simply take them and we paint these with them. It's genius. We have absolutely no proof that we are even vaguely intelligent. However, we do not need to be intelligent because we have money. Oh, you see, I am vaguely tired today, but as a result, I am overactive. I also am in a position where it is prudent for me to be quiet. And if I am to be quiet, it is easier to do if I carry an accent the entire time. Now to paint all of our fancy little ninja stars blue. Or, my apologies, seafoam green. This will be okay, because we have the color and the object right here. We just have to take it all the way over here, and then all the way down here, and then all the way over here. And then we just wait for all of these things to painstakingly take the time and become colorful. I'm wondering perhaps we have dye and thing. It's just that the painting takes so long. We want another set of painters, but how do we do it? It's very simple, you see. Because we have money. We take the tunnel and we just split it directly in. We take this and we just take a balancer. Because the balancer will split the dye for me. And in it goes. All we need to do is split this. Or do we really need to? Because we could always just take this and add 3 more entire things. Because we definitively need to take the thing and just be aggressively overdoing it. We'll be digging up so much of this that we're going to make us look like fools. Not in a good way. Just fools. It occurs to me that these are not actually putting their shapes onto this conveyor belt. I shall remedy this very quickly. I shall use these again, and then yes, it's enough. It's all we need. There we go. More colors. Much, much more colors. You see, this is all totally necessary. And you see, this, despite being split, is still filling both things. It's definitely important. Now comes the question. What are we actually trying to do? This will increase extraction, which we don't actually need to be doing. We do need cyan circles, though, because while we do have something making them, it is taking absolute ages to do any work. So we're going to stop it from giving dye to the other team. Because I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to be doing its job very effectively. Why is it this one is totally full? And yet the other 3 are constantly empty. Possibly an unnecessary step. It does absolutely nothing. As I refresh the conveyor belt, perhaps this will help. Yes, they all do seem to have a slight bit of back now. This is good. Now we just need an alternate source of magenta dye for these shapes that we definitely will need. I am doubting our actual need for this, will leave these though, so that I know where the dye goes in. We could just make the other dye here, actually. Up we go. Also, like, just take a moment and just appreciate the music that we have actively going right now. Because this is just the natural song of the game, which I don't know if is actually audible on the thing here. But it does in fact have audio, which may or may not function currently. I don't know. It is quieter. Don't know. We shall see. Yes, well... over this way, over this way, over this way, over this way. And now we have our colors set up just so. Melatonin from lack of sleep. Yeah, ooh. Color. The color has reached. I now have complete production. We have unlocked stacking. We now combine shapes with a stacker. Both inputs are combined, and they will be put next to each other. They will be fused. If not, the right input is stacked on top. So if it's left and right, it becomes a shape, and if not, it stacks. That's going to make this game much, much more difficult, because now we have weird shapes like this. We need to increase our mixing and painting, though. Because the mixing and painting isn't exactly doing a very good job. Also, whatever shape that is, seems like it gets its own shape. But how do I get that shape? Is there anywhere where you can get just that shape, or do you always have to find it mixed with something else? Looks like it's always mixed with something else, which is kind of annoying. I'll be totally honest. Very well. What color do we need it in? to do this. Those are my two goals right now. So we need it in red. We just need one of those boxes near red. Ideally, we have as little work to do as possible. However, it seems like it's going to be taking more effort than I want to put into it. Because they're all kind of facing the same direction. Fine, we shall go down this way. And we shall search again. There, this one. And we'll have it just cut, split, and whatnot before it even makes it up to the red dye. I wish that would work, but it won't, because that's not how our mergers work. I can, however, do this. Because I totally need to. I think I'll set this factory up, and then I maybe sleep. If it's convenient. Okay. How many pieces should we cut this into? We could cut it into a lot. We could just make blue circles like right here. Put this here, it's blue. Okay, what if I put it like all over this? Interesting. So the color prioritizes over the blue. Okay. I have a plan, but I need to turn these two to face the other way. Yes, perfect, okay. Now we just need to split them. We need 16 scissors. This is going to take up a lot of space. I would like it to be centered though, which means math. If we have 2 here, wait, no, I don't need that. I don't need that happening. That just complicates things. 2 here, 2 here. We're going to adjust it down 1. Because one of these goes here. So way over here. That's where it ends up. And now we just need to take this and go pop, 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 pop. do not know if I will have enough space. Also, I don't know if that was entirely the right idea. Okay. We reduce by 1, and then we move the entire thing up by 1 scissor. Because currently, that's where we are. Ah, dang it. Why does it need to be the way that it is? I know I don't technically need to redo this, but I'm going to anyway, just to make sure, for my own personal peace of mind. Oh my goodness gracious me, I hate when it glitches out. It's weird like that. It's weird that it does that. What is going on, mouse? Would you relax? Ah. And this one needs to go up. So it's going to get its scissor up there. Okay. So that's all the scissors. Essentially, we don't need the square sides of these. So we're just going to get rid of them. Wait, no, we're not. Because they're squares and they're on the right side. We can just evict them all and then use them later. Okay. So we just need every other one to be rotated to the other side. And then we can stack them. And then we just have to paint all of them. Plus, we need these tunnels. Yeah, tunnel boys. So these are all of our things, and we need to send them all off out of the way as soon as possible, while also taking up as little space as possible. Dang it. I am taking up all of my color space with this, aren't I? This entire contraption is just going to supply me with both of these objectives is coming off of this little spot. And I'm going to color it with this and with that. Maybe not my best of ideas, but I'm doing it anyway. Now I just need to get all my colors sorted out. Only about half of these are actually getting their things. Which is weird. Oh well. Maybe we should merge some of these out of the way. Okay, here's the plan. We take this to go that way. We take this to go this way. I suppose this really doesn't need to be on a merge here, does it? It can kind of just be itself. Technically, that's doing its job. I actually can't get any of this out through this, the way that this is. Yeah, let me just redo this entire thing. And just make it better, because the way that it is right now is not doing a very good job. Okay, how do I want to do this? Okay. Okay, we get red. Okay, so there's the red. Actually going to just end it up, I think. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of these. Lovely. That's incredible. That's my favorite thing, is when I have 8 of them that I have to deal with. Just going to get myself the line so I know where I'm actually going after this. Dang it. There we go. Yes. So now when I finish up my plan, it can do its job. But I actually think it might be a slightly more intelligent plan if I color them up here, where I can do it differently. Okay. Ah. Just need to get paint in. If we can set something up on the top that allows us to set paint in. How do we want to do? We have paint here, 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 and we're not using this one because it's in the way. Just need to get up enough. I think. Let's make sure that we have the ability to get out. We do have 16 half square blue things that we need to push out of here. I think we send 4, 8 up, 8 down, and we can merge them. So like our split line will be here. Okay, this is gonna have to be here, but I don't know if I like that. Because I don't know if that can actually get us what we need. But we'll have to just hope. Okay. Oof, that's gonna be just barely not good. Okay. We push it back so so as to give ourselves... Oh my goodness, what is my mouse doing? Because it's not being helpful right now. There we go. So that's half of them, and then the other half has to come up and out. That's not going to do what we want it to, sadly enough. Luckily for us, though, we can just shift this other one. Ooh, that's not going to do what we want it to either, actually. 'Cause that's going to come up here and do that. Okay, so we have our 4 on either side. We're going to have to... I suppose we couldn't make them in 2 separate stuff, have them die in 2 separate spots for these ones. Yeah, we could do that. We can dye them in 2 separate spots. So now we have... Okay, yeah, so these are being made. We don't have any of these being made, but it wouldn't be too hard to get them going. That's gonna be a different problem, but working on these. So we could send some of the shapes somewhere else, and then have them get painted blue, and then send them to circles, which we can split and have get painted white somewhere. Which will be a little bit more complicated, because that'll be all 3 colors, but we'll see. Okay. Priority is getting these red, because we need more of these. We need the blues, and the blues are pretty much figured out at this point. We just need to figure out how we're painting the red ones. Okay. Not these. It's a simple color, so we only need the one color for it. Okay. So we're just gonna send these all the way up here. Simply because this is where we really need them. Because we're not dyeing them with these paint, and the next nearest red is all the way up here. So we're just going to send them up. And then we will paint them up there, connect them to the hub, and start painting the blue rectangle bits, and then we'll send them up too. And it will be lovely and glorious. We can actually also make sure they're all level. We will cut them all off there. Okay. Or we could split them all into 2 as well, which is just totally a glorious idea. That won't end at all in disaster. When we inevitably try and set this up. You know, I really don't need this much of whatever it is. There's absolutely no possible way that this is actually a good idea. But I'm doing it, so okay, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get paint to this many things, and I definitely don't need this many things. So we're just gonna do 1 for each of these lines, which is already excessive. Okay, what is stopping this? Oh, it's because there's these are currently not doing anything. Okay, just to keep this stuff moving, we will temporarily send these into the trash. Just so because now we can get these going. Not that we need these going right now, but hey, you never know. Okay. Do we set them all onto 1, or should we set them all onto 2? I kind of want them coming up onto 2 through here. Actually, so technically I did set up the wrong conveyor. But it's okay, because we're not really doing a whole ton that would really need that anyway. And this will get us to where we need to be. And actually, we'll just set up all 4 of them, because I think I want to put the blue ones, the blue rectangles, onto 2 conveyors as well. And we may as well just put them in through here, since they're not really doing all that much anyway. We don't really need a conveyor for that on its own. Really, that doesn't really need its own conveyor either. You can just send them all into there. Just because once it's made, it can just get shoved in there. It doesn't really need its own thing. So yeah. Yeah, okay. Awesome. So yeah, we'll get these. Shall become blue and come up and merge into that conveyor. These shall become blue, come over here and merge into the second conveyor. And then these shall go into the first, and that will go into the second, respectively. Okay, so we just need our method, because once these become red, then, you know, they can all go. This here, and I put this here, and I put this here, and here. And this will merge these 2 in. Actually, I don't need them to be like that, because it doesn't make a whole ton of sense. here, and actually this also doesn't make sense. There we go. And this comes over here and goes up. So now we just gotta get the color in. Really shouldn't be all that hard, actually. Just gotta drop in like this. Okay. Okay. Come over here. And then we can try and figure this out, and this can go here. This can go over here. And see, that's half of this solved. And then we can take these. Just like that. Okay. So that is all of the red, actually. This one still isn't making anything. But why? It pumps through everything else, right? It goes up here. It just, from here, isn't doing its job. Question, of course, becomes why. Oh, because this is going up, but this is supposed to... This was supposed to come through here. Oh my goodness, there it is. There we go. You know, these could definitely be merged onto one conveyor. This is it doesn't need two conveyors on its own. Okay. Well, I guess we just delete those because this second conveyor can be used for the other bit. Yeah, delete. It's fine. Okay. 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 So now we gotta set up the blue, which should be remarkably easier, because all we gotta do is come up here, and then we send you up here, send you out 2, and you go up here, send you out 2, and then you go up here, and you kind of come up again. Then we send you all over here, where you then come up, and you can go over there. That can go there. There we go. Yep. So we just gotta get 4 inputs for blue over here, which is of course going to be a piece of cake. Okay. take it and you set it. To apart. If my mouse would cooperate, this wouldn't be an issue. But it's going to be anyway, because that's how it is. Yep, okay. Okay, so now we just need color. So we got lots of blue going in. We have these blue shapes coming out. We got these other blue shapes coming out. Yep. And they should, like, come in. Kind of sad I don't get to see them come together, because over here you get the both sides and you get to see the thicker line coming out. You don't really get that over here. And I'm thinking about messing with the conveyor just so that I can have that effect. Okay, hang on. I think that looks like it's doing exactly what we want it to. Essentially. And once we get this extra slag filled, or if this fills in the gaps, then it should just run real nice and smooth. There we go. That's what we wanted. And this will go straight up through here and funnel right there. And of course you have these. You can't forget these. Technically this should go over here. So technically this should come in here. There we go. All fitting nice on our thing here. We're not even using all of our things. We might be able to merge the blue and red together, actually. Now that it's at its like max output. Should merge it down here. Because it's filling in, but now the question is, oh, the blue is getting stuttered. When we have the same amount of blue and red going in at the same time, is it just because the red takes longer to get up here? Like if we just delete the majority of the blue stock. Like, does that mess things up? Or no? These red ones do seem to be coming in slower, and that's primarily because they have to get merged, don't they? Because these ones just get cut and sent, but these ones have to get cut and then merged, and because these take so long, here's what we're gonna do. Over here, and then luckily we've got a spot just over here where we can start offloading extra, which should reduce backlog, which hopefully will level out how quickly both of these come in. I mean, it does seem to be managing right now, but I'm going to increase red production, which is going to, like, it's not going to decrease blue production, it's just going to, okay. So this just needs to be trashed higher up, because this is where the backlog happens. That's why this cleared so quickly, because the backlog is near the painter. So this needs to be over here. Should level all this out, and then you can watch like this all take turns as it shifts, which looks really cool actually. I really like how this looks. But that sends stuff up this way, which is now backlogging blue and red, which, you know, could be considered a bad thing, but all that really means is I have enough production to justify giving them their own conveyors. And once we clear this backlog, which should clear pretty quick, then you'll have it going through nice and clean. And yeah, you'll have these weird gaps in it, but there's enough of both of them that we can genuinely just completely ignore needing to do the other thing. We have this, we almost have this. We're just going to increase mixing colors and then painting other things, which is what this red is for. The blue is also for that, but I was already really close to blue, so the blue is kind of unnecessary. But I'm much happier with this layout, having set stuff and then just sort of bringing it in. I don't have any actual factories right here. anymore. The closest I've got is these two, and these are solid shapes, which I honestly probably don't need. Here, at least. I'm gonna need squares for something eventually. But for the time being, I need 440 circles, and I've got almost 30,000. I need 4,500 squares. I almost have 25. I have over 25,000. I need 3,000 of these triangle things, and I almost have 24,000. So this is all very excessive, and this says twice the amount we needed of that, and this is almost enough here. So there we go. Also, if we have an absolute excess of these gray offshoots, why don't we just steal some of them and send them away? Because we actually do need production of those things, don't we? Okay. This will mean backlog, but I'm pretty sure that it won't matter. Okay, so that's gonna be those. We don't want to be wasting any of these. Okay, we're gonna need to actually split these onto the other side for this to work. Okay. So there's those four. Which now means we have output for these. Now we get to try and consider what if for that. Dang it, man. Okay. Okay. Okay, so up, over, there we go. So, you know, this maintains extra being sent elsewhere, but because of where I'm sending the extra, I don't have to worry about clogs because it all gets sent in regardless of whether or not I actually need that material. Yay. I can upgrade that now, which is good. And look, we need more blue and red, both of which I'm already making, which is glorious. This also, we're almost there, so we should pin that because that's what we should be doing next. Because that's something we need. It means we need the red star things, which are coming up here, and look, we already have blue, red right there. So, hear me out. Okay. So we pull the red over. We just need to turn them into triangles, and then we need to get them over somewhere else. So, like that, I guess. Um, aha, right? No. Aha, there we go, okay. Here, let me get the painter again. I need circles. I need red and green, I think. Make yellow. Which is these. So, like... Yes, there we go, yellow. Okay. Yep, you go to you, you go to you. You go to you, you go to you. Okay. Okay, I have not been speaking in a long time. I actually went and started to focus, which isn't an inherently bad thing, you know, but I wasn't doing it on purpose, so I don't know what that says. Also, part of me tells me I've done something wrong. Because that's the yellow circle. Oh, the red and yellow need to be reversed, don't they? Hang on. If we just... if we just completely delete all of this, we need the circle going on top of the red thing. Ah, yes. It's making the right shape now. Which is good. I don't know if I'll ever actually need the other shape, but it exists now. That's the important part, is that I have it doing something. Okay. Honestly, I could make a quick thing to just slice up some of these things. Okay. Okay, let's see how compact we can make this, because I'm going to need... Okay. And then we need to rotate, because we need the upper corner. So we want it flipped this way, so these go this way, and these go this way. And then they get cut again. Yeah. So we have to rotate these over. Then we can just send these up. Send this up. These will start going, and oh my goodness, this is going the wrong way. Which will cut those, and that cuts those, and those cut, and then it. Just wait a sec, just watch it and see what happens. See if it gets stuck, and it's gonna get stuck. Okay. So here's what we do, since we're splitting off the circles anyway. We'll just mix a bunch of them in. Next, now we have these being made. And at a wonderful speed. Of course, this one can stay steady, because this is just going to sort of... No, we don't want this. We want the extra off this one splitting into that one. That's what we want. Can go full, and then this one can kind of split itself into either that one to fill the gaps there, or up this way to fill this. That's what its job is. But this maintains a steady flow, which increases this quicker. Also, do we still? Yes, we do still have the cyan stars coming in. They're coming in with both magenta things. Okay, but at this point, you know, okay. Okay. It keeps 2 open on this side and 4 open up here. But everything else is kind of going out somewhere. I actually really do think this looks quite nice where it is, and we're doing really well, I think, for ourselves. Like these are going pretty slow, but they are also being made as a byproduct. I could probably double this, actually. If I just... So we have this immediately go in here. I don't think that's necessary, actually. We have to create a split for ourselves so that we can create another one over there. Yep, there we go. That will go over here. Right, because that goes here, 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 and here. There, 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 there. And we're stealing red and we're hijacking the stars. Just come up here pretty thin. Come over here, get hijacked again before coming over here. Come here, but there's still so much dye that I don't think it really slowed down production of pink stuff at all, to be totally honest. But now that we have them mixing together, production of that should increase by, twice. It should be going twice as fast now. Unless now we're completely dependent on the yellow. Which might be an issue, actually. We might just be running out of yellow now. We have plenty of circles and yellow, it's just that these things don't quite mix fast enough. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, so that goes to those two. Let's go over to those two. This can go up here. Goes up there.
supposed to go into one input. That's what we need. How's that gonna get out? Okay, well, where does that put us? But look at all the things I've done. Look at how glorious it is. Hey, look at it. It's creating mass amounts of stuff. So much stuff, in fact, that it's upset with what it's doing. I mean, look at how much stuff we're producing. This is this side. We have all this stuff going on over here and this stuff, and I got distracted and built another thingy up here. We go over here. I mean, look at how much stuff we just have. Look how fast we're making all these things. We literally go stored. I mean, look, we almost have 40. We have over 40,000 just gray circles. There's so many things. It's glorious. It's so productive. I should go. I should, though. This is... Okay, so it was 3 hours, though. That's good. That's healthy. This is going to be the end. Which means that we get to pop this over.
Well, so that should be counting, and we'll see what happens and all that, and it was a glorious day, and it shall continue on the morrow. For now, fare thee well, my patient few. I will return in probably 8 to 10 hours. Fare thee well.